in stunning HD. This is...
Hey guys, it's EPL News here, and welcome to my review of Burnley vs Manchester United. The score was 0-0. It was a pretty boring game. It wasn't very exciting. There wasn't too many chances made. So first half, Manchester United were, in my opinion, extremely poor. From passing from the back, they were so poor. They were making so many mistakes. Evans made an absolute atrocious back pass to De Gea, to which David De Gea was put under pressure and had to make a not spectacular save, but a good save. And also there was other mistakes made by Blackler in the opening minutes, misplayed passes. The only one of Manchester United's three centre-backs, which I think are true quality, is Phil Jones, and that's it. Phil Jones, for me, was man of the match today. He was absolutely brilliant. He was so composed on the ball, unlike the other two centre-backs. I mean, Blackler was good. Evans is awful on the ball. Jones is good on the ball. He's got decent passing, good ball control. He can actually play in a back three. I think he's the only one out of the Manchester United defenders who I've seen so far that have really shown accomplished. But the Manchester United was so poor at the back in the first half that they were, in the first 20 minutes or so, they were awful. Burnley looked like they were going to score in the first 20 minutes. They ended up getting a free kick on the edge of the area. To which they hit the bar. Jones hit the bar. This is the Burnley. Jones hit the bar. And then again after that, Burnley had other chances. They had a couple of chances in the first 20 minutes. They could have been 1-0 up. Jones hit a long-range strike in the first half, which David De Gea produced a spectacular save, judging the flat of the ball brilliantly. De Gea was good today, and so was the Burnley goalkeeper as well. He produced a fantastic save. I think his name's Hetton, made an absolutely spectacular save when Di Maria put in a beautiful ball in for Van Persie, which he volleyed. It got saved by the goalkeeper. Manchester United could have took the lead. It was so close. It hit the top of his shoulder. It could have gone in. I mean, it was so unlucky that it didn't. In the first half, Manchester United weren't able to string enough passes together, in my opinion. Burnley were very good. They pressurised Manchester United, much like MK Dons did. They didn't give them time on the ball. The 3-5-2 just didn't work against Burnley because teams are going to press them in the Premier League, and the Manchester United haven't quite sussed out what to do. The wing-backs weren't pushed far enough forward. They just weren't good enough today. Ashley Young was atrocious. Ashley Young was the better out of the two of the two wing-backs, in my opinion. You know, everyone gives him sort of stick all the time, but you know what? He did a far better job than Valencia did. Valencia was absolutely woeful going forward. He didn't make one successful cross all game long. That's pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic. He's a Manchester United player, and he didn't even produce one successful cross. I mean, that tells you something. Ashley Young made one successful cross. That's not good enough. It's just not good enough. The wing-backs don't get forward enough. The formation doesn't work if the wing-backs press. It's absolutely pathetic. In the first half, they were absolutely awful. Burnley played well, don't get me wrong. They pressed Manchester United in the first half, but they were just awful. Juan Mata was hardly in the game. He was absolutely shit. He was shit. Juan Mata was shit. He did fuck all in the first half. Di Maria was all right. He played a couple of decent passes in behind the defence, a couple of good long balls, had a couple of mazy runs, got fouled or was tackled. He wasn't quite at the races. He wasn't 100% fit, really, in my opinion. I don't think he was ready in the first half. Wayne Rooney, didn't see much of him in the first half. Van Persie, he was all right. Him and Wayne Rooney stringed a couple of passes together. And second half started. Burnley came out decent. Manchester United, far better team in the second half. A lot better from the back. Very good defensively in the second half, in my opinion. Valencia, particularly, Phil Jones, Johnny Evans were very, very good. Blackler was good in the second half. Better defence. Weren't leaky. Weren't making misplaced passes. A lot better in possession in the second half. Chances started to come for Manchester United. And Burnley, though, still caused them a lot of worries. They had their fair chance, fair amount of set pieces. On another day, Burnley could have won the game from a set piece, something like that. They were giving away far too many free kicks, far too many corners. Teams shouldn't be having this many corners against Manchester United. It's not acceptable. Valencia was poor again in the second half. Ashley Young was a lot better in the second half, in my opinion. Going forward, he produced a good cross. One or two good cross to Danny Welbeck. Basically, Di Maria then got a bit of cramp or something. I'm not too sure what the case with that is. I'm pretty sure it's not severe, so that's good for Manchester United. But he was good. He was good in the second half. Di Maria, he was a lot better than he was in the first half. Mata was better. Van Persie and Rooney, I think they click as a partnership. Actually, they know each other's game very well. Actually, I thought they played well on such cases where Wayne Rooney laid it off to Van Persie. Van Persie was always looking to find Wayne Rooney in the box. They have a decent partnership there. They just need to get better service because the midfield aren't giving them good enough service. Well, in the second half, Rooney had a chance from a corner. He put it wide. I mean, Manchester United didn't make enough chances. It's fine saying they made chances, but they didn't put them away. But that's not enough. It's just not enough. They didn't make enough chances to win the game. It's just simple as that. They could have won the game. Fair point. But it's the amount of chances they made. It's unlikely they're going to win the game, and it wasn't good enough from Manchester United perspective today. Burnley were decent. They defended very well. Towards the end of the game, last 10 minutes, Manchester United were on top of them, putting in balls in the box. Van Persie had chances. Welbeck came on, and to be honest, Welbeck changed the game. You can say what you want about Welbeck. You can say he's crap. You can say he can't score, but he offers lots more than Wayne Rooney and Van Persie do together. A lot more than they do. Welbeck changed the game. He changed the game. He made us stretch Burnley's defence. He actually made flipping runs in behind the defence. Van Persie was static today. He wasn't making any runs. I don't know what's going on because he's just not. I find he may not be fit, but he's not making any runs in behind the defence. But it's not. I don't think that's the issue here. The issue here is they're not getting the service to the strikers. Welbeck did a lot better. He was good. He impacted the game for me. He made runs down the channels, stretched Burnley's defence, allowed players like Januzaj to come on and maybe influence the game a bit more. But Ashley Young got more of the ball. Valencia got the ball in the final third, albeit didn't produce anything from the passes that he was given. But it was poor. It was very, very poor. But Welbeck did change the game. I don't know why Anderson came on. You know what? Van Gaal's done nothing wrong in my opinion. But bringing Anderson on, what are you doing? I can cope with all this 3-5-2 thing. I can understand that's going to work eventually. But what was he thinking? Anderson was awful. Absolutely awful. Why not bring Januzaj on? Why have you brought Anderson on? You could have put Rooney in midfield and put Welbeck on. Anderson was absolutely disgraceful. He needs to get out of Manchester United right now because they were just poor. I'd rather have seen Cleverley in there than Anderson. I know Cleverley's leaving. He quite clearly is, and that's why he wasn't playing today. So I suppose that's good news for Manchester United that Cleverley's leaving. But Manchester United got 10 injuries. That's not coincidence. There's something changed in the way they're training or something, which is why they got so many injuries. It's not a good enough excuse, Van Gaal. You can't say, oh, we've had 10 injuries and Rojo's work permit's not sorted. What the fuck's going on there? Anyway, this has been EPL News here. Thank you very much for watching. My man of the match is Phil Jones. Burnley played well. They probably deserved the draw. It was the fair result. Manchester United could have won the game, but they didn't. They didn't take the chances. They didn't make enough chances. Please comment below. Follow us on Twitter at EPL News instead of a 5 instead of an S. Comment down below your opinions on Manchester United at the moment. They've signed Daley Blind. I think that's a good signing. It's not world class. Might improve our back three. Might improve our midfield. I don't know where he's going to play. I'm not too ecstatic about that signing. It's a good one. He's a good player. He's good on the ball apparently. I've seen him play for Holland a couple of times, but it's just not working right now. It really isn't.